One of the great venues to watch a game in any sport and one of the best home crowds in any sport. Soldier Field in Chicago. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Caleb going to throw right away. Over the middle, complete. It's Moore. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Now they'll change things around before the snap. To the air, Williams. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. To throw, it's Williams. He'll get this complete to the rookie from Washington. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, down at the 31. Working out of the gun, Williams. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. And between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw is Williams. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense. And they were there to help force the incompletion.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. To throw, Williams. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Cairo Santos, former Chiefs kicker, on for the field goal try. Santos' kick is up and through, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
We spent so much time talking about the physical side of the game. How about the mental side? They just gave up a field goal, but they didn't get down at all. Big-time return. They're set up to try and at least tie the game up.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that was a bit of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Working from the gun, Mahomes forced out to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm, incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
This is part of why this guy's got multiple MVPs on the mantle. We're used to seeing him make the impossible throws, but here Mahomes knows he's got nothing, so he wisely just gets rid of it.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He'll drop this off to Pacheco. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want to...
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, 44 yards. And the Chiefs are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And again, back to Komet. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. In motion right goes Allen. Williams with a little touch pass forward. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. And they'll fake it there on the jet sweep, and instead, here's Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Because his primary job is defending against the pass, you don't often see a cornerback making tackles in the backfield. But he's playing run all the way here.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Cole Kmet from 10 yards out. And the Bears have regained the lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Williams with a little touch pass forward. Keenan Allen. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A very solid gain of 27.
That's good for us Chicago Bears.
Moore, the man in motion. Swift. Will take it in. Touchdown Bears. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Santos with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
Mahomes now to throw. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch on that one for Kelce, and it's a first down.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
Now Mahomes. That is caught downfield. It's Worthy. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Being chased out left. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
Andy Reid, some say always unpredictable, and here he says, we're going for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Fighting through pressure. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, the feel that I get on this is that they felt like 3 was just not going to be enough after getting this deep into their territory.
And Charles, correct me if I'm wrong, but it didn't even look like they hesitated there. They knew they wanted to go for it.
That tells me that during the week, they were thinking about these situations, and they feel like maybe they're just the better team, and they want to go ahead and prove it conclusively.
3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Pacheco fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. Now here's Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Rashee Rice in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. So the late touchdown there, and that certainly changes things as we move toward halftime.
Yeah, and there's a potential for things to change even more because, remember, they get the ball first to start the 3rd quarter. So they can potentially double up here and take the lead. A great opportunity for them.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. A final shot before break. Williams. He's going to look deep down the field. Well, and that is incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this 3rd quarter. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the 2nd half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the 1st half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. To throw, it's Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 36. Mahomes going to change things up. They go play action here on 1st down. That's caught left side by the tight end, Gray.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Here's Mahomes to throw. He'll get this out to his running back, P-Rod. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That'll go for a gain of 7. And 3rd and 1 now. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Now it's Mahomes again. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. There he goes left side. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown. So what a turn of events there. You're driving to take the lead in this 3rd quarter, but then one mistake, and you're watching the ball being returned for a touchdown.
Certainly a great example of how focus has to be there on every play, doesn't it, partner? You can't get complacent, and I think that he did. He's got him moving downfield, but that's a play where he just shouldn't have thrown the football. And that ultimately could wind up costing him the ball game.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
That's laid out deep for Rice. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Bears are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Here's Williams. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a two-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
From the gun, here's Williams. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Throw over the middle, caught by the tight end, Gray. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll look to throw here on first down. Buying time to his left. He's got it with the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Now it's 2nd and 10. And again, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Back to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, this defense knows. 4th quarter, they need to make a play. That one was right for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
Butker's kick here is good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
2nd and 10. The first carry now. This is Johnson.
Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
And this is the worry because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. Going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important third down.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet, finding room at midfield. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
To throw, Williams. He'll find Swift out of the backfield.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Williams with a little touch pass forward.
And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest.
Cairo Santos for the Bears field goal. A 55.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Today's sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Northern California and Levi's Stadium in the South Bay in Santa Clara, California. Here's Jake Moody to get this one kicked off. And off we go from Santa Clara. Now return coming from the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
First and 10. Now the first carry for King Henry. They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. Up from the secondary, Diamador Lenore with the stop. Hook him up on a 2nd down and 8. Gonna go right back to Henry. He'll manage to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. Linebacker Fred Warner brings him down. Here now, 3rd and 5. Bateman is the motion man. On 3rd down, Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up, and they fail through the air, and we have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And that is not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on downs.
Coaches love to come out early in the game and establish a very aggressive approach. But I'm just not sure, Mike, if at this point in the game they needed to make this decision. I'm going to be very curious to see, does this come back later in the game to bite them? Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
He'll complete this one. That's Deebo Samuel. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
2nd down and 3. Man in motion here is Jennings. And he will get into the end zone. Jawan Jennings. Touchdown, San Francisco. Now Jake Moody for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the 49ers will take a 7-0 lead. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. This will be returned from the 6. Now an opening past the 30. Still on the move. And he's going to take this all the way back. 94 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore. Now Justin Tucker for the point after. It's up and through. And the Ravens come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. Room up the sideline at the 45. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. Purdy now, he'll throw on first down. That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. Oh, a loose football. But he'll gather it back in. Oh, man, Greg, those must be scary times for a player. Not that it happened to you often, but he lost the ball but was able to get it back and avoid the turnover.
Well, Mike, I hate to admit it, but unfortunately, I was in that situation a few times. And I'll tell you what, when that ball pops out of your hand, the only thing on your mind is there anything I can do to get it back? In this case, he was able to get it back, and he dodged a bullet.
On third down, it's Purdy. He'll find his tight end, Kittle, on the right side. 14 on the pick. It's good for a Niners first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So a big third down hookup takes us to the break. Harris Evans on the scoreboard. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now Purdy. That's into the hands of the fullback. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. On the handoff, McCaffrey. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Throwing on 2nd down is Purdy. In trouble, and down he goes. The big man, Nnamdi Madubuike, there for the sack. 3rd and long.
Cowboy 80, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
On play action, here's Purdy. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked up by Trenton Simpson.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception. But in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue. Because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
They'll come up here 1st and 10. Lamar going to work from the pistol. Oh, he tried to throw it back across his body, but it's intercepted. It is picked off by the rookie safety.
I would love to see his weapons do a better job, Mike, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through, and yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on the quarterback, but the rest of this supporting unit needs to do a better job helping.
Now, a handoff to McCaffrey. Not much happening there. Tackled at the 17th. Second down and 8. Out of the gun. It's Purdy. That's taken in by Jennings. And the Niners are looking at a 1st and goal. He's taken down at the 2-yard line. They'll motion over Samuel. And he's in. Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, 49ers. On is Moody to add the extra point. He's got it. And the 49ers will move out to a 14-7 lead. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. This one taken at the 7. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Pistol formation with Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call. One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
A 1st down throw for Jackson. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. To the air one more time with Jackson. Open man is Bateman. He's got him. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. They'll try and run for this with Henry. Henry rumbles to the 1st down and more. The speed on display. He's in. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Baltimore. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And, Mike, when we talk about burst, That's what we're talking about, and they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him, and that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Man in motion here is Jennings. That's over the middle to Kittle. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Throwing on 1st down is Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. We've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
Timeout 49ers. That is their second. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in this second quarter. They'll motion over Samuel. Again in the air for Purdy. That is caught at the 3. Out of bounds, but in business. They mark him down near the 2. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a 1st down.
Let's go now.
Go with their fullback trying to get it. Powering forward. He's in. Kyle Juszczyk. Touchdown, San Francisco. Moody now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the 49ers extend the lead to 8. It's 21-13. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This taken at the 5. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Jackson now to throw on 1st down. This is intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
A run here with McCaffrey. Space to run inside the 20. And he'll be taken down. Now his timeout. They're going to take it with 8 seconds remaining until the break. A gain of 17 yards. 1st down, 49ers. So Jake Moody now out for the field goal. This one is good. He knocks it through. And the Niners will tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. The clock showing 5 seconds remaining in this half as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He'll look for Flowers downfield. He's got it! And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score! 74 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Mike, I'm not sure how else to put it other than this is just a complete defensive breakdown. I mean, from where this ball was snapped, you simply have to just defend the end zone, and if they throw it short, come up and rally tackle. If they throw it in the end zone, high point the ball and knock it down. You cannot give up 6 points to end this half.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, Purdy. He'll find his open man. That's Brandon Ayuk. And he's going to take this one all the way. 70 yards. Touchdown, San Francisco. Extra point up and good from Moody. And the 49ers will extend this third quarter lead. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. On 1st down, they'll start the drive with Henry. What more could you ask for on 1st down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short. We'll go again here with Henry. And he's going to get it. 1st down, taking this one up past the 40-yard line. And the pistol, Jackson ready. He'll tuck it and take off.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on 1st down.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. Now it's Jackson. He's going to tuck it and go.
The key to a good quarterback scramble, Mike, is knowing when it's time to go from a thrower to a runner. And that's exactly what we saw here. Doesn't get the 1st down, but he's able to pick up some really positive yards and then get out of bounds.
Hey, report.
2nd down, Jackson. That's 3. 3rd time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Jair Brown.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Open man is Jennings. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. What a way to kick off a drive. That's a gain of 30 and another 1st down. Shotgun snap to Purdy. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
13.
Jackson out of the pistol. Quick slant into the hands of the speedy Flowers. Here's 2nd and 2. Jackson. That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Dre Greenlaw.
All right, so that's consecutive drives now. You've come out here and thrown interceptions. I think at this point, Mike, it's time to run the ball. It's time to give this offense a little bit of a reset, settle this quarterback down. And if nothing else, let's cool off this secondary. They are flying to the ball. They are taking chance after chance. Let's remove them from the defense for a while, make them defend the run, and let's get our offense back on track.
2nd and 7.
Let's go.
Throwing is Purdy. On the move past the 40. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. On the give, it's McCaffrey. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. Roquan Smith there to bring him down. They face 2nd down and 7.
Here we go. 18 Cardinal. Go.
Throwing from the gun is Purdy. Quick throw, taken in. And he's going to be brought down here on what will turn out to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They can still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Purdy. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. One of the Ravens has it. Any turnover down here hurts, Greg. These feel even worse because you have the reception. Looks like you're going to gain yardage, and then the fumble and the turnover, the defense takes the ball.
And they got exactly what they wanted out of the pass play, Mike. They're able to make the completion, but now as the ball carrier, you cannot be thinking, oh, I have to score, get it in the end zone. You still have to protect the ball. He doesn't. The ball gets knocked free, and the defense creates a huge turnover.
Oh, he tried to get away, but he can't break free, and that is going to be a safety. So first, the decision to throw down here backed up near your own goal line. And the defense gets to the quarterback, sacking him, Greg, in the end zone for a safety.
Mike, anytime you're willing to call a pass backed up this deep in your side of the field,